Today I want to talk about advice and how to use advice to support people. So the first thing that I would like to say around advice is that advice can be really damaging. Basically, when you're giving somebody advice, especially if they haven't asked for it, what you're doing is you're saying, you don't know what to do, I know what to do, you should do this. So you're kind of overlaying what you think is best on top of them. Now, sometimes it might be, it could be really helpful, but a lot of the times it's really damaging. You're actually taking away somebody's own inner self-efficacy, their own ability to find their own answers inside. And our society is rife with this, like truly rife with us not looking inside for our answers, but always looking outside, always looking to somebody else to help us. So the more that we're giving advice, the more that we're reinforcing that. And it's also not as powerful. You know when you know something inside you and you're like, yeah, but you haven't quite figured it out, and somebody comes in and gives you advice and it's not quite what's right for you, but it's sort of it just doesn't feel good. Like, it just doesn't feel good. So what we're wanting to do is, instead of giving advice, especially unasked for advice, is we're actually wanting to use questions to help people to find what their answers are inside of them. It's so much more powerful. You can tell somebody, yeah, I think you should do this. If they come up with that from inside them, the power that holds, the motivation behind that is going to be 10 times more than anything that you can tell them to do. So what we're wanting to do is to really help them to find the answer. The other thing is that you can give advice and it might kind of help them along, but it hasn't come from them. So you can actually be taking people off their path, off their course, because you've come along and you've gone all expert on them, added information on top of them that tells them, you're wrong, I'm right, you need to do it this way. And it doesn't allow them to follow where their heart is guiding them. So it can be really dangerous. Advice can knock people off course. It can really trash their sense of inner purpose and inner power. And it really doesn't help to evoke self-efficacy, that ability to be able to be effective from the inside out. So the next time you think of giving advice, have a go at, well, what does it look like to ask a question instead of advice giving? And if you are going to give advice in a let's brainstorm how we could do this kind of way, so that your ideas are coming into contact with their ideas and that you're co-creating a solution rather than placing your solution heavily on top of someone. So that would be my advice for today. Enjoy, have a play with that. I'm Trish Everett. Have a great day.